everyone, welcome to Lex Talk World Talk Show presented by ClickAway Creators. Today we have Sukanya Basu with us. Sukanya is presently associated with one of the reputed and internationally acclaimed law firms of the country, Archer and Angel, as a senior associate corporate litigation. She has extensive experience in the field of litigation and regularly appears before the Supreme Court, High Courts, District Courts, Commission, and other legal forums as well. She has graduated from Amity Law School, Delhi in year 2014 and also holds LLM degree in banking and financial studies from NLU, Delhi. She also regularly participates in various seminars, conferences, and has written research papers on surrogacy, international adoption, IP, and antitrust law. Sukanya is proficient in dealing matters pertaining to civil, criminal, commercial, IP, white-collar crimes, and has been actively involved in various arbitration matters at the same time. Not only this, but Sukanya has appeared in many landmark cases. Just to name a few, the Ram Janambhoomi Ayodhya matter, 9 judges constitution bench, entry tax matter, PIL on the condition of tea plantation workers, and the list goes on. But apart from litigation, she has extensive experience in negotiation and mediation as well. I can go on and on, of course, as you might have already, guessed. But without any further ado, let me just introduce you to Ms. Basu herself. Hello, Sukanya. How are you?
Hi, Bharti. How are you?
I am absolutely amazing, Sukanya. It's a pleasure to have you here, and we're really excited to start with the knowing more about your journey as a legal professional so far. So please enlighten.
Yes, I'm excited too. Yeah, please.
Lovely. Please tell us that how your journey has been so far. How did you get into the legal space, and how it is working out to you?
Yeah, the journey has been very, very enriching so far. I have had the opportunity to work with many accomplished seniors in the profession. I've had very good internships in my law school days. So overall, the journey has been very, very satisfying for me. Of course, this legal profession is not something I had planned to choose something. I happened to choose law as a career, and I am a first generation lawyer. So of course there were challenges, but I am somebody who likes to face challenges. So probably everything has been quite smooth and satisfying for me as of now.
Lovely, Sukanya. So just wanted to know your views as well, since, I'll not say that you are very new to the industry, but comparatively when we have 45, 50 years experience people at the same time working, so they have seen a different world together, like, it's completely different world for them. But now, since the pandemic has started, you have seen that courts have moved towards more remote proceedings and availability. So just wanted to know about your views, and as per your experience, is this like sustainable and like a possible way to increase the access to justice?
Certainly, Bharti, this pandemic has made us adopt a lot of changes, and moving to online functioning of courts is definitely one of them. The concept of access to justice has achieved its true meaning, I feel. There's a shift in paradigm from physical filing, physical hearing to online filing and online hearing. And the court procedure has been simplified. Litigants can approach court very easily. Lawyers, it's very easy, sitting in some part of the world, one can attend the hearing and not miss out on a particular date. So that has actually brought in a lot of positivity in the system. And of course, the courts are now adopting the form of hearing. I feel it is very important because online hearing is not very convenient for all of us. So I think this hybrid approach is something that we need to keep in mind going forward.
And thank you so much for answering the question. But as we are talking about access to justice, how would you rate the current legal system drive towards, encouraging the same? Is there a tangible movement in closing the kind of justice gap?
Yes, certainly I will rate it very high, because the procedures are simplified with online functioning of courts. And since as I said that litigants can now approach court very easily, we can file. There's an emphasis on filing online matters, and especially urgent matters can be taken care of very easily now. The court system has been simplified. There are less adjournments now, and it's quite time efficient is what that has come out now. So definitely this is actually a boon for the industry. But yes, at the same time there are certain drawbacks also. There can be technical snag, there can be connectivity issues. There are a lot of lawyers who are situated in rural and suburban areas where they are not sufficiently equipped as we are. So to keep in mind a holistic approach, definitely we have to take care of these issues, these drawbacks also. But overall, definitely this online functioning of courts has helped us. That has definitely been the case, yes.
And when we are on to this, how pandemic has gotten virtual hearings into the picture and all those things. Now this is new era of legal technology, if I may call it. So what are the which are the tools that you use commonly?
Yes, legal technology plays a very important role for us, at this legal era. We have seen Manupatra, SSC Online, these were there for quite some time now, which has really helped us build our cases and preparing for our matters. Now we have a lot of apps which are coming up for case management, for timesheet filling, and you get hearing alerts, and you get the orders are very handy. You can access to them anytime. And of course, all the court websites are equipped with all the details of the case. It's very well maintained, I must say. The court websites are from Supreme Court to High Courts to all the district courts. They're very well maintained. But these additional apps and case management systems really help you out in the long run, because we lawyers, we generally have a very, very hectic schedule. There's a tendency of missing out on a particular date or missing out on a particular assignment that we have been assigned to. But yes, these apps really help us. In fact, there are a lot of apps which are there, which gives you a complete picture of when the matter was filed, when is the next date of hearing, and you have a meeting scheduled with your clients. Everything is there. So it's just you have to just make a click, and everything comes so handy for you. So this has actually helped a lot. There are court fee calculators also now, which is so easy. Earlier, it used to be a task. Now it is so easy. So of course, technology tools really help lawyers. And it is actually something that is helping us taking forward this industry in a more sustainable manner.
Well, that is amazing. And now, as you're saying, it's kind of time saving as well, right?
It is. Yes.
Perfect. Now, talking about time, time is obviously money in any profession, and in legal, it's most of all. So how do you ensure that you're making the best of your time as a lawyer?
Yes, of course, time is money, and time is of the essence in any profession, including legal industry. We need to strike a balance between the two, time and money, since both are very, very important and sine qua non for our existence in the industry. Of course, COVID has thrown a lot of challenges, and the growth rate is not the same as it was the pre-COVID era. But I feel, a sustainable development and probably a cohesive approach between the professions will take us, through this hurdle that we have faced due to the pandemic. That's why I feel, there's a greater responsibility for lawyers now. And as lawyers, I think we also need to dedicate a lot of time and attention to pro bono matters as well, because they also need a lot of care and attention. So we need to spend some time in that era also. Overall, of course, we feel that in the pandemic also, we lawyers have been working. As I said, due to the online function of, especially litigators like us, due to the online function of course, we were always working. There was not a time that we were out of work. So we were working, the courts were functioning. So we were always up to, our cases and, updating our clients, coordinating with them. Obviously travel movements were there. So we're not able to, take up our, outstation matters. But again, online hearing has helped us for that also. So yes, time has been very well managed even during the pandemic. So when there's proper time management, I feel the monetary aspect also is well taken care of and justified also. So when you spend a amount of time, you get to your clients, and you of course you get you get paid out of it. I think that's quite balanced, and your earning is also justified in a way.
So thank you so much, Sukanya, for answering that question so beautifully. Sadly, we have come to an end of this beautiful conversation and an insightful conversation per se. But before I let you go, given the present scenario, what would be your advice to youngsters or recent pass outs who are about to face this post COVID challenges in the legal profession? So any advice for them?
Yeah, okay. It's a very interesting question for me actually, because I do interact with a lot of youngsters, and they are my interns also. They have interned with me previously, so I'm still in touch with them. So they keep contacting me for little guidances and little confidence boost ups and all. So I'm in constant touch with them. So there's a concern which is there in the youngsters now, that what will happen to us now due to this COVID. Where will the COVID, the industry may not offer the opportunities as it used to offer us the pre-COVID era. So that's quite a concern in the young legal minds today. But I feel, the present legal system is quite technology friendly, and the youngsters today are extremely techno savvy. So that's, a blessing again. So you have to pick and choose the positive side of everything, just to get going in life. That's always true for anything and everything in life. So you take up the positive things out of this pandemic. So you are techno savvy already, and courts are functioning. There are online functioning of courts, and most of the conferences are, all the matters. In fact, arbitrations are online arbitrations which are now taking place. So in fact, arbitration, negotiation, conciliation, these are all happening online. So there's a lot of scope, you see. And I feel, the youngsters now, especially the fresh pass outs, what they can do, that till the time they bag a job, they can continue with their internships. They can undertake webinars. They can participate in online seminars and conferences. They can also take up courses, different courses on various legal topics. So you have something to add credit to your CVs, so you need to utilize that time efficiently till the time you are placed somewhere. And also we have online internships now, which are going very well. We have a lot of law firms and law offices which are preferring work from home options. So I think the opportunities are there, and it's always on the go, and it's rising also. So one needs to be positive, and there's so many good things coming up.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sukanya, for an amazing conversation yet again. And for our viewers, if you like this chat with Sukanya, please like and share this video. And do not forget to subscribe to ClickAway Creators YouTube channel to appreciate what we do. And you have more coming from industry legal leaders like Ms. Basu. Again, Ms. Basu, it was lovely, lovely talking to you. And I'm looking forward to another, more such conversations about some trending topics in the legal space with you. So thank you. It was lovely.
Thank you, Bharti. Thank you, LexTalk team. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And for our viewers, again, this is Bharti for LexTalk signing off. Please take care of yourself and stay safe.